You're just retired and suddenly find out you don't know what day it is. And if your kids find out, they're going to think you're starting to lose it. Or you find out that you could spend the whole day in bed scrolling or the whole night scrolling. And before you know it, half the day is gone and you've spent it on something that's not satisfying at all. So this is a real thing in retirement. When you're working, you're used to the dread of Monday mornings and then the countdown of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and finally Friday, you're there and you got the glorious weekend only to return to the dreaded Monday. Well, in retirement, all the days are the same. And that might sound boring to you, but if you master the timing of retirement, it can make you feel like a kid again. So, how do you do that? Well, here's how I've figured it out. And you'll have to tell me in the comments whether you have something else or you're experiencing the same thing. So, what I do is I have to plan my day. When you're working, your days are planned for you. Like I said, you have a regular week goes. So you have to do the same thing, or I've had to do the same thing in retirement. I've had to I plan something for every day except for Friday. So it could be going to church, it could be going on a long hike, it could be watching a grandchild, but I'll plan something for every day except for Friday. So Friday's still I have nothing I have to do. I still have plenty of things I can do during those days that I have things planned, but that way mentally I know where I am, what day it is. The other thing I do not to waste time is I have an app that as soon as I wake up, I don't allow myself to do anything but to say my morning prayers. And I use Divine Liturgy app. Even if you're not Catholic, it has beautiful scripture and music and prayer. And it's 8 to 17 minutes during the week. And on Sunday, I think it's longer. It can be 23 minutes. But it's a wonderful way. I do that in the first thing I wake up in the morning and the last thing at night. I'll do that. Then I'm blessed to be in retirement with my husband. So we'll say a morning rosary, 7-ish. In the wintertime, it'll be a little bit later. But then we start the day with this prayer together, which is a great way to start. And then afterwards, we'll talk about what we're planning on doing that day. And it's a good way to check in. So that's how I do it. Since I've done that, it's so much better. I feel like I've accomplished something every day. I feel like my day is directed towards the Lord and serving, but I also have plenty of time for fun and relaxation. So let me know, boomers, in the comments, how you dealt with this issue. You certainly have to deal with the issue because if you don't, you're going to find yourself not knowing what day it is, and your kids are going to start to think you're losing your head. Anyway, that's it. This is Grandma's Golden Retirement.